installed this bagger kit on the Z248F Husqvarna clear cut deck on there. And right here I'm going to show how these arms come off of the mounting bracket assembly on the back. There's one arm on each side, and there's the close-up of the bolts that hold it on there. That rear bolt has a spacer in there so it doesn't crush the plastic piece that's above it there. And there's a reinforcement brace piece of metal that goes between the forward and the rear bolt. And then just look at the configuration of the two arms, left and right side there. Here's the right side arm that comes down, and that's the bolt head on the inside. I put the nuts on the outside. And you'll see the reinforcement bracket here pretty good. But yeah, just take a look at this. And the rear part of the arms have holes in them. You just put the bolts in there, and then here's two bolts that are long ones on the lower part. You got that accent shield, whatever it is, with the Husky logo, with one bolt coming down and they're holding it in the middle. And you have one on each side. And there's one on the other side. I might show or not. Kind of going back over here to the left side, a closer view of the support arm. Left side, that yeah, just see how they're two different pieces, different bends, and just pause the video if you need to. So there's the head of that rear bolt, and you'll see the slot. If you look close, it does have a slot in there, and that helps you just kind of line up the rear hole that goes to the vertical support bracket on the back there. So it lines up with that tubular bracket, and there's a good shot at the spacer and the nut on there. I put some tape, little duct tape, to hold that spacer and the bolt in place as I was installing it. Just made it easier to shove it down in there. And here's the only piece of paper instructions that came with the kit, actually, and it shows the brackets there that hold those two pieces kind of together in the middle front. And there they are there. Now, this configuration, I don't know why it came with two of them, but I figured one on top, one on bottom, and kind of sandwich the two pieces together. But then, because the one on top is touching the lower part of the deck, there is just about an 1/8 inch, almost a 1/4 inch gap between that baffle piece and the lower part of the deck. These are carriage bolts, so they're square holes, and when you get them up in there, the head side down, you can tighten them up and they'll just stay in place for you. I found that a 1/2 inch box end ratchet wrench did a really good job installing these nuts when I got them on. And I put all the fasteners in there loose at first, just with the nuts on there to line things up. Just made things a ton easier. It was a bit of a trick getting those reinforcement plates and all the 4 holes to line up, top and bottom, shoving them in there. So the tightening up was the easy part, and we just went ahead and did that. Then you have that one, you got one on the side there. This left side baffle thing has actually 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, and then the right side only had 3. Okay, so the actual chute part was real simple to shove in there, and this is a cool little feature. I guess it just shows whether or not air is flowing. I guess if your bags fill up too much, that little spinny thing will stop moving, then you know you got to change your bags. It's a cool idea. And this is pretty self-explanatory. Just putting the chute on there with a wing nut, carriage bolt head from the inside out through the hole in the deck, holes, and that was pretty straightforward on that one. So I think we're all done with this one. Took a little bit to kind of figure out how those arms went, but it's not real rocket science or anything. Have a good one.